How do you know when the sun's in the sky? How do you know when the birds pass you by? How do you know when your heart needs to sigh? How do you know when to cry? How do you know when the world doesn't end? How do you know when you're losing a friend? How do you know when you're hearing a lie? How do you know when to cry? Maybe it's time when the rain's falling down. Maybe it's time when you're just not around. Maybe it's time when the glass houses break. Maybe it's time when it's more you can take. Maybe it's time when the moon's lost its shine. Maybe it's time when you fall out of line. Maybe it's time when there's nothing to do. Maybe it's when I lost you. How do you know when you're closing the door? How do you know what a broken heart's for? How do you know when to give it a try? How do you know when to cry? How do you know when to turn out the light? How do you know when to give up the fight? How do you know when the time's right to sigh? How do you know when to cry? Maybe it's time when the rain's falling down. Maybe it's time when you're just not around. Maybe it's time when the glass houses break. Maybe it's time when it's more you can take. Maybe it's time when the moon's lost its shine. Maybe it's time when you fall out of line. Maybe it's time when there's nothing to do. Maybe it's when I lost you.